now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the one, the only, the Rebar Show. Ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? Let's get situated here now. Sit down on the couch, got the mic. It's just me and the Rebar, no Evan. He's gone away on a ski trip with a lot of the profit that we've been making from the show. That's why we're broke now. And we got the Texas co-host, Jdub. Wheel on in there.
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
So we're back. We're 2 months now, 2.5 months now we've been kicking around this for. And for all the new listeners, the show is basically just a recorded herf, but we don't give a fuck what we say, and we're here to offend people. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's
what we do. Let's make sure everyone knows what we're about and who we are, and why is a cigar show called the Rebar, right? And we'll get into it eventually, but it's very simple. We got no skin in the game. We're doing this for fun, and we're the show of the people, cigar smoking community, whiskey drinking community, beer drinking community, by the people, for the people, as we say, right? We're putting the social back into social media. That's the whole idea of the show, and just to talk to not so much the owners. We know who the owners are, cigar makers. We know who these people are. They're very public people, but a lot of these great guys that are on social media, that are influencers, that are cigar reps, brokers, cigar shop owners, they got great things to say, but they don't have a platform. Now they do, right? So that's what we're bringing out of the closet. I keep saying that word, I shouldn't. But we bring them out of hiding and put them in front of our camera or mic, and let them know, hey, this is who they are. What we want to know about them, right? We want to know about the man, the woman behind the cam. So that's your next task right there, JP, is to bring a SOTL in the show. Right? Yeah. So that's the goal. Keep that in mind. You're right. Without any further ado, who do we have from the show but the one and only Mr. Cigar?
What's up, guys?
Analogy.
Yeah, Cigar Analogies. I don't know. How many people out there know your name? Or are you Mr. Analogies?
No, Dom. I'm pretty sure everyone, because I thought I had my name on the Instagram page, but yeah, no one calls me Cigar Analogies. It's too long. Doesn't roll off the tongue. But hey, if you do get a Sister of the Leaf on the show, if you want to invite me back, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, no. if you're single and ready to mingle, we might make it into a dating show. Might as well.
Oh yeah.
But we got to specify, right? So there's the Sister of the Leafs, and then there's the Sister of the Leafs. I think you're looking for the Sister of the Leafs. Which I mean, if people listen to this and they come, hey, we'll pass them on to you, man.
Hey, I mean, they look like they know their stuff. Half of them. They know what they're doing.
They can handle a Toro, you know what I mean?
So, Mr. Dominic, aka Dom, aka Chicken Smoker. I don't know what else how to say.
I've been called Chicken Man before.
Chicken Man.
I don't necessarily like that, but
no. We definitely so. Tell us, man. What's everyone knows you're funny as hell, right? It's simple as that. You're funny as hell. You get on a review, and our show, we've said it many times. Fuck the cigar aficionado. Fuck those guys that sit there and be pretentious about cigar reviews, because they're just that pretentious, right? They're trying to tell me that you're tasting fig or a Madagascar moth dust butterfly. I don't know whatever the fuck you're gonna, some fungus growing out of Mexican corn, and that's just pretentious as fuck, as we say, right? So we had Emoji Stuggies in the last episode, which does great reviews, simple, good, how strong it is, whether you like it or not. And yours is it's
more obscure.
Very, very truth serum, right? Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your score? Simple as that. And in the meantime, you got to fill in a whole minute of your show, and then you do his funny skits. And I do suggest, if you are listening to the show, check out Cigar Analogies, and you'll see the skits. I don't know if you call them skits or whatever with his evil twin.
Yeah,
I don't know
if it gets worse.
It gets worse. So I don't know. Will he ever show up for the show tonight? I don't know. Did you invite him?
I mean,
we'll see. He's so I don't call it my evil twin. I call it the bro.
The bro. Okay. Bro. Right. So this is what we want to know. Why? I always thought it was the evil twin because he was kind of he kind of seems reckless. Is that true, or is it just what's the profile?
A little reckless. I kind of changed it up as from when I started, because I think I initially had my normal self with glasses, and I was supposed to be like more of a nerdy version. So there's more of a contrast. But I really just kind of went with normal and then bro, and kind of took off from there. But I kind of fell out of it. So I'm a middle school literature teacher.
Oh, really?
And yeah, well, I mean, I finished my first year as of January. But one of my ex-students found my channel, so I had to shut everything down.
You know what? And that's something else that's cool too, that we've never really. I guess we've touched upon it a little bit, because if we're interviewing a guy that owns a cigar shop, we know what he does for a living. But you know what I mean? A lot of it is we don't know what people do for a living. Like so that's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So I do teaching. That's recently new. Like I said, a year. But I do cigar catering on the side. So I work for a company, and they send me to like weddings and business parties. So that way, I mean, it's part-time, maybe 1 or 2 gigs a month, but I make some cigar money that way.
That's cool, man. That's cool. You're supporting the habit/hobby, right?
Yep.
And
Hobbit. I have to teach the Hobbit next month to 6th graders.
That's wicked.
Time.
I just noticed you ashed your cigar, and as I saw you ash your cigar, all I can think of is when I see
explosion.
Yeah.
Yep. That's so. One of the other reasons I kind of fell off for making them is I moved apartments, but I hate selfies. I feel like there's a double standard. If girls take them, I can turn an eye, but like I hate selfies. But to do my videos, I have to be taking selfie videos, and so I don't want to be doing that around anybody. I don't want anybody to see me.
Yeah.
And I moved half a year ago, and my new local shop doesn't have an outdoor spot, so I'm not going to be inside a smoking lounge taking selfie videos. Plus, I mean, some of the times it takes me like 2 or 3 takes, and people would just look at me, couldn't figure out what I'm doing. I don't know.
There's no editing on this, so if you say it, sorry, we can't edit it out.
You don't go back and cut like.
Oh no.
Things? Oh, must be nice.
It's once we say we're done, it's just boom, stop broadcast. It's already there.
It's actually live. I don't know if you know that, but it's live, so it's happening as we speak. People, whoever subscribe to the channel, get a little notification saying YouTube One and Only Rebar is going live. So it's happening. It's already done. It's in the interwebs, right? As soon as it leaves your mouth.
Do you guys,
speaking of that, go ahead and ask, man.
I was gonna say, do you stream live to multiple platforms? Just YouTube?
YouTube, and then we have the Podbean account that just the audio goes up to.
Gotcha.
But
right. Hey, do me a favor, JP. Can you turn the mic up a little bit?
Oh, so yeah, I was sitting away. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Good.
Okay, yeah, I was angled towards me, but I was talking in a different direction.
I know you're excited to see Dom. He's a good-looking single guy, but come on, dude.
I mean,
Come on. He's got the beard going. I understand.
I mean,
Chill out a little bit, JP. Chill out.
I mean, do you know what? This episode could be the hottest one for all the Sisters of the Leaf. There's 3 bearded men on here right now, and
Wait. So that's true. But question, or a statement, right? So let's. This is a cigar show after all, right? Or whiskey show, whatever you want to call it. So what are y'all smoking? Let's go ahead and go through that. First and foremost, I am smoking a Principal cigars, a white label. If you guys can see that, it's one of brand new to me, which is actually just found them recently in Frisco in Industrial Cigars, and I am drinking a some of New York's finest. It's Kings County. It's the barrel strength bourbon, straight bourbon. So on a bottle of ice. That's what I'm smoking and drinking. What about you, Dom?
I'm smoking Royal Maduro XX by Sereno. Drinking Nighthawk Bourbon by Do Good Distillery. Almost out of it, so I brought some beers in case I finish this.
Well, I've seen you chugging that stuff, man, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be done with it in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's not much left. And they got a really cool, like, it's got California on the back. Well, it's backwards in my photo, but it's a good way you can tell how much you got. Call out the cities and whatnot.
I'm going today. I went out on a little inexpensive bang for buck bourbon hunt just to see. Like, I collect all sorts of bourbons, and I scooped this bottle of George Dickel 12 year, and I've had it before. Was out of it, and I just didn't even think of it. It's like, oh, you know what? I got it. Ended up getting it today for like $29, and I was like, oh, that's a steal in Canada. And then I'm smoking this. You gotta, I mean, Espinosa, Y Ortega, Cubao, Maduro.
Fresh, about 6 weeks old, right?
yeah. It's very new. It's
Y Ortega
taste out of it right now.
The EO brands, right? For a very long time, I thought the EO meant for Eddie Ortega, and I don't know why, but it's actually Espinosa Ortega, right? So it was back when they had the collaboration between them two, but it's why they're fantastic cigars. Age very well, by the way. So if you can find one, that's very very good.
I got bombed this one about a year ago, and then just certain things will just sit in my singles drawer in my humidor, and I was just like, no, fuck it. You know what? I got to smoke something that I haven't ever smoked, or that I haven't smoked in a long time. And I was like, you know what? That's perfect. It's been sitting there. It's been waiting for it. So, fuck it. So, what's your local cigar shop, John?
It's called Aloni Cigar. They've got. I know tomorrow.
Did we say where you're at yet? We don't even know where you're at, right?
I'm in Newark, which is near Fremont, California, Silicon Valley, pretty much.
Okay.
Invest your money.
Yeah, it's an expensive place to live, definitely. It's a good shop. I know they have a Blackwork Studio event tomorrow. With is it Hey Tanner? I don't know her name. Tanner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but I know her on Instagram as that, and that's it.
Yeah, I was hoping to go, but it's during the Super Bowl, and I'm having people over here, so I'll be grilling.
I mean, I guess it's good for a shop to have an event during the Super Bowl, but it's a lot of people do shit at home, right, for the Super Bowl. So I mean, it could go really well, or it's going to go horrible.
Yeah, I will say I did watch the Super Bowl last year. I was living in South San Jose last year, but that's where I watched the Super Bowl, and they give like shirts away because you have to buy a ticket for the seat, and they give you like a pack. They give you a few cigars, shirt, and whatnot. So it's a pretty good deal.
That's cool. So you smoke cigars? You like bourbon? You like beer? You a craft beer guy?
More of a rye guy than bourbon. I'll say.
Oh, okay.
Really?
All right. I like that.
Okay, interesting. So, quick question. So, have you lived in California your whole life, or is that something you moved there, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life. Grew up in Central Valley, Modesto, and went to school in Santa Cruz. UC Santa Cruz,
Mm-hmm.
and from there went back home for a bit, and that's when I started the channel Instagram account.
Yeah. So how did it get started too? I mean, I did you guys have chickens in the background? Because I always see chickens. And
Yeah,
what
my folks had a few chickens. My dad built a coop, and I graduated college. It's kind of like the graduate. I didn't know what to do. I tried living by myself for a bit, but I could only find part-time work at a liquor and deli store in Santa Cruz. So I moved back home. I was working part-time at a nightclub, serving, not dancing or anything, just serving drinks.
I wasn't gonna judge.
I assume bouncer. I don't know. I see your pretty face and I assume bouncer all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well,
clarifying that.
Yeah, but I pretty much had my entire days just doing nothing, work out, and nothing else. And I thought, it'd be cool if I could get into the cigar industry, but no one knows me. I have nothing to show for it other than the fact that I like cigars. So I wanted to do something cigar related. I initially thought that cigar reviews wouldn't work because I've watched all of them. They're kind of boring. They elaborate too much.
Thank you.
And so I was trying to get into like a cigar. What do we call them? The ones you wear. It's a smoking jacket.
Oh yeah, like a nice tweed blazer.
Yeah. So I was trying to do like ponchos though.
I poncho blazer, smoking poncho. Smoking poncho doesn't sound too great, so I'm glad you didn't go with that one. But
yeah, but no, I tried that for a bit, bought some material, but my sister knows how to sew, so I was like trying to get her to do some things, but I ended up just deciding, well, hey, I don't, because I always would go to YouTube and watch a review when I was in the shop for if a new cigar came out, and I would just like fast forward to the end to see what they said about it because I don't want to hear all their crap. And
that's all that matters.
Whatnot. Exactly. So I thought, you know what? I'll do reviews for Instagram because I really hadn't seen that before. And I was watching the Emoji Stogies or Emoji Cigars show that you guys did last week. And he was talking about how people scroll through Instagram. I mean, that's what it is. So I had to keep it within, because if you remember Instagram, you could only do, I think, 15-second videos.
At first, yep.
15, 30, and then a minute.
Yeah, so I think it was the 15 seconds is when I started. And so I had real quick turnovers on that. And I do like how they extended it to a minute because now I can have a little bit more banter and whatnot. But it kind of, I didn't know what I wanted to do review-wise. And I thought, well, I have chickens in the backyard. That could be cool. I was trying to make an email account for my Instagram. That's when I came out with 1010 tastes like chicken because it almost rhymes. And then the analogies, it's just a bunch of random things combined together that don't make sense, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Well, it works because it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense because it works.
Exactly. There you go. But yeah, analogies I always liked in college, just shouting out random analogies from time to time. Like based on like what someone's wearing, what they look like. So I thought I'd incorporate that. And then the whole talking to myself thing, I don't know why I decided to do that. So I majored in film, but I have nothing to show for it.
You do good work with the audio video editing. I mean, so
well, I mean, some people say that, but I use an app on my phone. I filmed the whole thing with an iPhone. It's not like I'm technical or anything. Because I went to school for screenwriting, so I don't use that too much.
If you had seen us like 2-3 weeks ago trying to figure shit out, no, this is why we think you're technical.
You gotta learn as you go.
Yeah, and that's what you did is what we did, and it's just
still figuring it out.
What's one of the cool things is how you could get someone's attention. It's easy to get somebody's attention. It's hard to keep it, right? And like what you did with Instagram, right? You had it started off with 15 seconds, and you could scroll through Instagram liking photos, and it takes you a second to go through 2 photos, right? But you're actually getting people to stop to watch your 15-second video, and then it went to a 30-second video, and now I think it's just shy of a minute or almost a minute, some of the videos, and it's you were able to capture these people into like, oh shit, yeah, he posted a new one.
Yeah, no, I think it's cool. I really didn't. It didn't hit me that people were watching videos until over summer. I went to IPCPR for Cigar Noise. If anybody knows him, Dave. It's actually Dave's birthday today. He's the guy who started Cigar Noise.
Hey, shout out to Dave! Happy birthday!
Shout out to Dave! Happy birthday! Happy Groundhog Day as well.
Oh yeah, it is. Happy Groundhog Day!
Got a shout out going on in the back.
Yeah. Cheers! Happy Groundhog Day! I'm not even going to tell you guys the weather we just had this past week. I mean, it doesn't affect you guys by any fucking means.
Oh, what are you talking about? It's cold here in California. It's like 55 degrees.
55. Dude, at one point Thursday on my way into work with wind chill was -7 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I'll stay in California. I'll pay the extra taxes and rents.
Oh no, we do that. We pay extra tax in Canada anyways. I'm just screwed all the way around.
Yeah.
So you went to this event, and then did people recognize you, or I mean?
Yeah. So was it Battleground Cigars? If you've ever heard of them, they all came out and they were talking to me because they recognized me. I think they sent me cigars earlier on that I reviewed. But then I was talking to Pete from Tatuaje, and he said he liked my videos, and was it Mo Tatmo?
Oh yeah, Mo.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, oh, that's cool. You know, you guys watch those. But yeah, it was just something I did to pass the time, but I also wanted to open a window for myself if in the future I go into the industry. But then I became a teacher, so we'll see what happens.
But you know what though? It's even cool that you get the hey, come out to IPCP. You know what I mean? Like just.
Well, that was like my dream because I was trying to look up how to get in initially, but obviously you can't go if you just like to smoke cigars. You have to get either media pass or be a purchaser or whatnot.
Basically, so you have to be either a vendor or a retailer at that point.
Yeah, so I guess my master plan ended up working partially because it was a really cool event.
So how did you get in? How did you get into the ICPCR?
I was with Cigar Noise.
Cigar Noise.
So I did some interviews for them, posted on YouTube and whatnot. But like I said, I'm not technical, so I was trying to film all these interviews with my iPhone. I brought my housemate, my apartment mate, who doesn't smoke cigars, but he smoked a few there. You have to at IPCPR, and he was my cameraman. And we had a good time. It was almost larger than life. It was a huge area.
It's a party, right? Like you party, smoke cigars, just have a blast.
You smoke cigars, talk to the guys who make the cigars, then you go gamble, then you go to the parties for the cigar people. This is a great time altogether.
Yeah, that sounds like a solid time.
I would go just for the cigar parties. I don't really care about all that other shit, but cigars, the after parties, that's what I would go.
Yeah, it depends. They're very different, I will say, depending on the brand.
So what's the scoop, man? Again, you have no affiliation, no skin in the game, so go ahead. Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
Doing cocaine with Rocky Patel?
This last year I went to Drew Estate Media Party, and that probably has the most interesting people to talk to. or to listen to.
Define interesting.
You get to a table and they start talking to you and you just like nod your head. It's they come from all over the place. There's this one guy who looked like Colonel Sanders. He talked like Colonel Sanders.
Do they have Swisher Streets in their shirt pockets?
No, they didn't. And there were a few people smoking the acids, but that wasn't like what the event was for. They were debuting whatever new cigar they came out with.
That's even better. That is the best. Whatever new cigar they were. I don't. It's like
I don't know. Whatever.
Not relevant.
Or the old cigar that they made 50,000 of that year. So that used to be hard to find.
So as the media guy, I was trying to get as many interviews as I could, pretty much. But I did an interview for Acid Cigars, which I hate doing, but I mean, he's a character and whatever, but they were all hyping how next year is like their 20th year, and they're coming out with a new Acid, and it's going to be off the walls.
Is it like? Will it be like doing actual Acid?
One can hope. I don't know.
It's like stripper glitter and lip chap and acid mixed, all in flavor.
Well, no, I'm sure you know how everyone used to say rolled on a virgin's thigh.
Yeah,
like I'm sure they're gonna take a girl like a virgin's lipstick on the tip, so you get a little taste of that.
Instead of the where it's aged in the pappy stuff or aged in bourbon barrels.
I don't know if I want those kind of lips because I know where Drew Estate lips have been. So
you won't even let me use your cutter, and you know me.
I know you, but I don't know you yet. So we'll see how that goes. So Drew Estate, did they have to make you like? Did you have to put on those combat boots and cargo shorts in order to go to that party?
Well, no, since it was a party, everyone's pretty much dressed up except for Jonathan Drew. But it was, can't complain. It was a good event.
No, was he smoking a cigar though?
I saw him inside, so it was just like shake his hand. He talks quickly about what cigars he's handing out. I tell him like, "Oh, I'm with Cigar Noise. This is what I'm doing." So it wasn't much conversation. But the other parties I went to Mombacho.
The hat you were?
Mombacho.
Canadian company.
They're Canadian?
Yeah, they one of the owners of Mombacho also owns a craft beer company downtown Toronto.
I had no clue about that. But I've been actually to the Mombacho party for the last 2 years. 2 years ago, I went to IPCPR just for the Mombacho party for an interview, and I didn't go to IPCPR. It was just I was in Vegas for Vegas and went to their party, and that was that. But they have I'd say great parties. They had a rum tasting 2 years ago. And this last year it was at some was it not Caribbean? I forget what type of food it was, but they had specialty cocktails to pair with the cigars and whatnot. Enjoyed that one. Enjoyed it both years. And the last one, I went to 2 nights this last year of Romacraft after parties.
Oh,
that's the one. That's the one that I heard was pretty legit.
But I had some problems. I had some issues. So I heard ahead of time you can get a card, like a VIP card, to get into it.
The black card, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I got a black card or a white card, but I ended up talking to what's his name? The guy from Chogui.
Oh, Victor.
Chogui. Yeah, Victor.
Victor. Yeah. And he had a few extra cards, so he gave one to my my cameraman. Excuse me, and myself. So we showed up.
You're not cigar smoking cameraman.
we hadn't been to the Romacraft booth yet, so I was kind of sketched out about that. But we enjoyed ourselves. I talked to. I ended up making friends with this guy Tyler. He's in Wisconsin, Michigan. He works at a shop over there. But then
Havana Lounge, Havana Shop Cigars in Austin.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But this guy comes up to talk to me. This is like early on. This is the second night, so we got a pass for both nights. And I said, "Oh, hey, I'm with Cigar Noise. Who are you with?" And he's like, "Oh, no, I'm just here for the party." It's like, well, all right, that's cool, whatever. But it was the other guy. It wasn't. So the two guys from Romacraft.
Skip and Mike.
Skip and Mike probably.
Yeah, so I know Skip because he's on Instagram all the time. I've never met Mike. It was Mike. I was asking him why he was at his own party. So
that's how lit they are. But were they cool? I mean, were they chill with you? And I mean,
that was one of the parties because it wasn't a media party, so I was pretty much all the cigar guys, whether they had companies or their media, all together smoking. And that was awesome. I enjoyed that one.
That's cool.
Well,
Things.
So real quick, the guys from Ezra Zion, they're a Texas brand.
Yeah.
Rep Texas. So I was trying to get an interview with them because they didn't have a booth this year, but I knew they came out with some spirits, so I wanted to do an interview with them. And I saw them there, so I said, "Hey, can we do an interview real quick?" So we just ran out to the hallway, did an interview in the hallway, and then that was that. That was pretty cool.
So were all these interviews posted somewhere, and because I know they were posted on the page, but were they posted on Cigar Noise's website?
Yeah.
Or?
So they're on Cigar Noise's YouTube channel.
Okay.
We used to have weekly videos we did. That was my first not gig, but first thing I got recognized with. Dave reached out to me because he saw my Instagram channel and said, "Hey, do you want to do a video weekly for us?" I said, "Heck yeah! I mean that'd be awesome." So a few of us started collaborating. We just do a short video, something cigar related. I try to make mine as least cigar related as possible, but including a cigar.
That's what makes it so good is when you do shit like that. Like,
so I had one video where I was reading from a thesaurus and smoking a cigar, and that was it. Another one.
Thesaurus reading Cigar Analogies.
Do you guys remember that?
Like in the Tom Brokaw tone, and that is the cigar news.
If I redo it, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, the Tom Brokaw cigar reviews.
And then I did like remember that pickle cigar was it Moya Ruiz?
Yes, yeah, Espinosa.
Yeah, the Candela.
Candela.
So I made pickle polenta, and then I paired that with the cigar, and then I did was it pickleback when you take a shot then drink pickle juice?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was great pairing,
Great pairing. Yeah.
Only top notch.
Well, there's a brewery here in Texas, New Braunfels, actually brewing company. They make great sours, by the way. They're legit sours. I don't think they distribute nationwide, but they have a beer that's called Pickle Fucker. They don't spell it out, but it's pickle FCKR something like that. So, and it's literally like a sour pickle juice sour. So it's really good, but I can only have about half a beer, and that's it.
I think that's like me for most sours. Not half a beer. I'll have one beer, and that's good for me, and I'm enjoying myself.
It's a one and done type of thing. If you have a sour too late at night, for me at least, I get heartburn out of the ass by them.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth. See, it's too hard.
You poop out heartburn.
It's
crap it out.
Sours are fucking great, and I got a lot of people into sours, believe it or not. Myself, I'm not even into sours anymore because it's just kind of cycle from IPAs to sours.
Yeah.
Now I'm into stouts. But for a good 2 years, I was nothing but sours, man. That's all I craved. Saison, sours.
Yeah. I feel like
I still drink them, but I don't look for them anymore as much as I used to.
Yeah. Touching back on all your media stuff, you have a voice for radio for sure. I mean, I'm not knocking your face or anything, but I just mean like you got a good voice, like for like just the way you pronunciate things, like just use that. I'm hitting on you.
Well, get out of here. Well, I mean,
think
as
you
a
are.
spelling vocab
maybe
teacher,
a bit, whatever.
well, thanks, but it's like one of those things.
That bell is the moving on topic, but no, I'm just joking. I was just trying to.
For the podcast listeners, he hit that bell with his dick.
Yeah.
Oh, side going off on a tangent real quick. I've gotten some weird comments like, "Oh, you're the cock smoking cigar guy." What? Like, no, dude. I had chickens. I like to eat chicken. I smoke cigars. It's not a euphemism. Like, get over it.
Cocks. How do you go from chicken to cocks? That's completely different.
A chicken is so phallic, though.
Well, you know, it's what do they say? It's kinky if you use a feather. It's perverted if you use a whole chicken, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's too bad, man. So I saw your last review that you did of Principal Cigars was a couple of weeks ago. So does that mean your channel is pretty much done because of one kid? And I understand you're in California, bro. I understand that completely. And with all due respect to your hometown and home state, fuck California. Sorry.
And no, you don't have to apologize for that. So it was on YouTube that she actually commented, a student, and part of me wanted to like troll her back, but then I'm thinking like, be the adult here. This is a fifth going on sixth grader. You're not gonna internet bully a preteen.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with kids nowadays because all of a sudden you're the cocksucking internet bully, cigar man, cigar guy. Yeah, so definitely not want to be that.
I shut down my YouTube account. I have my Instagram account still going. I made it private. So I'm no longer trying to like gain followers because earlier on, I know you're talking about selling out with a emoji guy. And I was like selling out early. I had one of my friends from college who knew how to boost accounts or whatnot. And he said, "Oh, you know, if you give me, I'll give you like a discount if you want to boost your account." And I thought,
send us his info. Send us his info.
Yeah, it'll just you get a lot of bots in your like working for you.
We don't want no fucking bots. See, we're putting the social back in social media, not the bot into social media. No, we want social. We want interactions. We want people to talk to us.
Yep, but I mean, earlier on, that's like I was trying to get like that ratio of followers to following account.
Yeah,
and then I fell away from that because it was stupid, and it wasn't fun anymore. I mean, I do the videos for fun. It shouldn't be like I'm getting paid for them or like a necessity, but I still have this.
But if someone were to throw enough money at you, you'd sell out. I mean, most of us would, right?
I mean, I'll do a shirtless video if wasn't the Sisters of Belief. I'll do a Sister of Belief review where she does one side, I'll do another side. That'd be great.
JP's already checking his Cash App account. Come on.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now.
JP's already. Will you do it for $23.15?
Jdub, I need to talk to the accountant right now.
Fucking Evan taking all our money.
I keep using all of our expenses at the liquor store and at the at Best Buy buying fucking microphones and shit.
We got to be legit, man.
Yeah, it's you have some pet peeves, right? So I mean, you have your foot in the cigar industry, like you've seen it, right? What are some of your pet peeves with companies, or whether it's consumers or owner? Like, what are some pet peeves that you have? You don't have names. If you want to say names, if you want to say companies, you can. But
as far as social media goes, I hate selfies. I hate selfies. I haven't taken a selfie without the videos for the reviews since I think freshman year of college. I took one. I made that my profile picture, and I hate it because all my friends will just like it when they get like once a year to bring it back. But I think it's stupid. Like if you're taking a picture of a cigar, take a picture of the cigar. This isn't a pet peeve, but thumbs. Like people will take pictures with their thumb, like holding the cigar, and then other times they'll curl it in so you don't see their thumb.
Oh, the classic.
Yeah. It's everyone has like different thumbs. It's like feet. You know, people have different feet. It's I don't want to look at your feet. I want to see the cigar. That's it.
So you have a thumb phobia? I mean, do you? Because I don't show my face on Instagram. Just an Instagram.
Former hand model.
But do you want? How do you want the cigar to be held? Like, you know, show me a good example so that way I'm not pissing you off in the future. I'm just saying.
It's just when you take a picture of your cigar, take a picture of how you hold it, and just show the label. I don't care if it's like this or you're holding it like that. What I hate when people look like they're struggling to hold the cigar, like they're doing it just for the picture
and pose, and it's like you got carpal tunnel trying to do this.
Yeah, just like it's I feel like I can get anxious. Like, just take a picture of your cigar and move on.
I'll try not to push you off, man, next time, because I do mostly hand shots.
No, now you know what it is. You do the hand shots. You do the hand shots, and I do all the fucking selfies. I literally just post. I mean, it's me with all this like budget ass bourbon, and I was just like, oh, I'll take a picture with it, like.
But two things why that's okay, right? JP, number one, half of your face is covered with hair. That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Number two, you're the face of the rebar, man. Come on, and you have to.
Yeah, my face is on the logo and on the stickers, so yeah.
Well, was it a selfie in front of all the bourbon, or was it like a picture amongst the bourbon?
It was just like a picture behind the bourbon and me holding a glass. Like, what's your?
No. I don't think it's considered
a selfie. Not a selfie at all. That's fine. Right.
It's so what? So what's the difference between that and a selfie to you?
Selfies are just it shows that you have no friends to take a picture for you, and you don't care about talking to people because you just want to talk on social media.
Do followers count as friends?
Yeah, it's just like. Do followers count? Say it again. Do followers count as friends? Is that what we said?
Yeah, do followers or subscribers count as friends?
They don't count, but they can be.
All right. I'm doing all right.
And I think I agree. I agree 100% with you. That's why I've never had necessarily selfies on my account, right? So I don't know if you're a Family Guy. Do you watch Family Guy, Dom?
No, I don't.
But there's an episode where, and I've said this before, where there's a guy who has a wallet, and all of a sudden this roll thing comes out and unrolls pictures of their kids, and then he's not showing them, he's slapping the guy with look at my kids, right? So that's the way I feel about selfies. It's like, look at my face, this is my face look like. Oh, you don't remember 20 minutes, this is what it looks like, right?
Yep. And I mean, I give a pass to Sisters of the Leaf half the time. Just because it's not bad to look at.
It's a brand for them, right? It's a brand.
I wouldn't even see a half because you have the Sisters of the Leaf who actually smoke cigars, and I have no problem with them taking a selfie, taking pictures of cigars because that they know what they're talking about. But it's just the ones that they're being sent cigars, and that's the ones they're smoking. And they write like the typical Instagram model comments like,
"Great cigar,
tomorrow is always better than yesterday," or something like that. It's like
they're like the Dalai Lama of Instagram, right?
Office wall motivational posters where it's like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Obviously, there's light at the end of the tunnel. That's what makes it a tunnel.
If not, it would be called a hole, right? That's awesome. That's why it's called a tunnel. If not, it would be called a hole.
It's like, yeah. Like,
that's awesome.
But yeah, no, that's the thing, right? And I feel bad for a lot of the actual Sister of the Leafs because they get grouped in with basically the whores of the Leafs. Like,
whores
of the Leafs.
Whores, yeah.
But they're like up close with their. It's like, first off, you're not smoking that fucking cigar with your lips like that on it the whole time. Second off, I'm scared to smoke with a fucking good ash over top of my crotch. They got 3/4 of their chest hanging out. It's just like, that's not practical. It's not functional. Like, put that shit away. And then it's like, oh, thanks for sending me these cigars, your estate or whatever. And it's just like, really, like this company values, they think like, but you have these old ass pervy men that are into these chicks, and they're like, well, I gotta go get me some Drew Estate cigars now, or I gotta go get me some Gurkhas now, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
so that's a good point though, Dom. If you said you were sent cigars before, when you were sent cigars and you had you reviewed them, did you ever feel the obligation to give them a good review or just a decent review at least? I mean, do you feel biased at that point?
So when they hit me up on Instagram saying like, "Oh, hey, we want to send you cigars for review," I would say if I think it's less than 8 out of 10, then I'm not going to post it because you're sending me free cigars and I don't want to bash your name. So that was what I did.
With it.
Yeah.
So that's your one rule. If it's anything below 8, you don't post it.
Yeah. But
And
I
it's
mean,
given to you.
I haven't been accepting cigars because I've been doing videos frequently for a bit. But I don't like doing that. So like recently when I did the last 2 reviews with Principal Cigars, the ones you're smoking over there.
Yeah.
That was because I did a trade with a guy who's on Cigar Noise often. It was like a Christmas trade. So I said, hey, I'll do a few reviews for that. And I have a few more, so maybe in the next few weeks when I get some free time not grading, I'll put those out.
That's cool, yeah. And I mean, that's something I feel how your account does good too. It's like when we talked with Emoji Stogie. You're not just pumping these videos out, you know what I mean? Where it's like 2 a day, even every other day. You're, it might be twice, 3 times a week, but that's really it, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I started, I was trying to like get 2 a week, like 2 a week. Then I moved to 3 a week because I wanted one of the followers. But then now it's like I don't care about that. I've got a job. I'd like to get into the industry maybe someday. That's what the future holds. But I want to say the first week I started teaching, I took back some tests, and I was grading at the Cigar Lounge because grading sucks. Yeah. If any teachers are watching, it takes a lot of time after school to do that. And I enjoy grading while smoking a cigar. It's like, why do something that's work when you can smoke a cigar?
Yeah.
And I didn't think twice about it, but then I hand back the tests, and I was teaching 5th grade last year, and they're all smelling the papers. What? This smells like a cigarette. This smells like ashes.
It does.
And I was like, you know what? That's weird. That's awfully strange.
You know what? Tell them, be like, if it doesn't smell like ashes, you're gonna get a worse grade because I'm not smoking a cigar while I'm grading, so I'm gonna be, run through it.
Imagine their parents though, right? Going home and smelling on their kid's backpack. Now it's not on you; it's on the kids. And they're blaming the kids for smoking pot or something. Are you smoking the reefer, son?
So this smells like tobacco, and you got a C. Is it C for Camels? You like smoking Camels now? Is that what you like smoking? Is that your thing?
But yeah, I had to cut that out. So now I can, because I'm doing literature this year for middle school, so I can read and annotate my books while smoking to prep for the next month, which is nice. Grading, I still have to do indoors, smokeless.
But you can drink and grade, no?
Well, yes, but I found out that if I do that, if I ever have done that, asterisk in case any other students find this, I'm usually in a better mood and I'm less critical. So I don't.
Doing it for the kids. Doing it for the kids. Drinking for the kids.
Yeah, 100%.
Your potential.
I dig that. Drinking for the kids.
Our future.
Yeah, this is so it's a private school because I didn't go to school for teaching, so it's a real nice private school. They just required that you have a bachelor's degree. You interview, you write an essay, and they train you to teach. And I never saw myself as a teacher, but I had an aunt who taught and said, "Oh yeah, go give it a try," and I really enjoy it. It's
cool.
It's great, and I feel like I'm actually doing something with my life and making an impact in people's futures.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Shit.
So for any SOTLs watching the show, listening to the podcast, you want us to post your number, your anything, so that single mingle.
I'm So I'm inviting a coworker, fellow teacher, to my Super Bowl party tomorrow.
Oh,
We've gone on a few
Ooh.
lunch dates, so I'm not gonna extend myself that much right now because I'm following the lead at the moment.
That's all good. But hint, hint, if you want to slide in his DMs, it's all good.
Yeah, I still get on Instagram with my account even though I don't post often. So I'll check my DMs.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, hopefully you don't taste like fish and you taste like chicken, maybe, right?
One can only dream.
You went there. Damn. No, JP. I think JP's has a crush. Real quick.
Are you guys both married?
Yeah, I am. Jdub.
Yeah, married with kids.
In your past, hopefully not like putting you in the dirt now that you're married, but like in your previous non-marriage life, you ever kissed a girl that tasted like garlic and onions?
Like on the lips or somewhere else?
No, on the lips. On the lips.
Okay. No, I can't say I have.
No? Yeah, no. I can say no.
Because like I don't know if that makes me a cigar sommelier because I can taste cigar or onions and garlic on girls' lips, but there's one girl that was it wasn't like she just ate something with garlic and onions because I kissed her a few times, but it was like that was her flavor. That's what it was.
Like her body odor like type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going out of like a cigar show now. Now we're getting into we're like a love line.
I told you this would happen in the beginning of the show. Rewind. I'm telling you, and JP, step back a little bit. You don't have to get so close to the camera. I'm just saying.
Well, hey, speaking of getting out of this cigar scene, you guys talk about guns a lot. So I went quail hunting last Saturday, a week from today, actually. I don't know guns at all, but I quail hunt and dove hunt.
That's good enough, man. And how long did it get you to get a permit for that gun and to get a permit for that? I hear it's like 20 years for you to get a permit in California.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm carrying it in public, but
and
you
have to pay tax on every bullet you shoot, from what I understand.
I don't know about. Well, you don't shoot bullets out of a shotgun, but
it's a joke. It's obviously
okay.
To make a point.
Well, that shows that
that's how much you know.
Yeah. But no, I had to take
they're very restrictive, obviously.
I had to take a hunter safety course. Was that like 7 years ago? And you're sitting there for like 5 hours, and they talk to you. You take a test and whatnot. But then since then, you just get a new license every year. I assume that's the same everywhere. But it's my uncle.
They usually fishing and hunting license here in Texas. They usually last a year depending. So I do fishing license pretty much every other year or so. They last about a year.
So do you hunt large game or just upland bird and whatnot?
No, just small and fishing. It's mostly I do fishing. That's what I do. We go to the coastline.
So this trip I just went on. We always have an Annie Oakley shootout for a trophy. We made a trophy about 5 years ago. Is Annie Oakley like a thing that you understand? Not the person, but
yes, not the person. Yeah, the historical figure that she knew how to shoot the shit out of guns. Yeah,
maybe you have a different name for this game, but you get a number of guys on a line. And you throw a clay pigeon, and first person shoots. If they miss, second person shoots. If they hit it, the first person gets a ding.
It's like horse.
Yeah, pretty much. But it can go longer because if the first person misses, second person misses, third person hits it, first two get a ding.
Okay.
So we do that in like 2 waves over a small natural lake. And the winner gets the trophy. But this lake, it dried up, was it like 3 years ago? Because we had do you call it? All the water was gone.
Nestle dried
All the
it
water
up.
was, yeah. And so we thought, no fish are gonna be in the lake. But I guess someone planted some. Some guy had a fold-out pole, threw something in, caught a giant bass. So then there's fishing around the lake, catch and release, and that was a good time. That was our lunch break between the quail hunt.
That's cool. It's just like a solid guys' weekend.
Yep. One of the guys has his girlfriend. I usually get a girlfriend here and there to show up, but it's pretty much a guys' day. Except
for the guy that's pussy whipped.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. Oh, and I found a turtle shell. It was super cool, just like out of nowhere. It was on a hill, and then there's a stream below us, but it's way. So I'm assuming bird of some kind brought it up there, was eating it. And I really want to preserve it and I want to put like cigar bands on it.
That would make it an ashtray.
Yeah. Well, see, it was the whole thing though. I didn't want to cut in half.
Oh, okay.
But I was looking at how to preserve a turtle shell, and one of the things I looked at online said, if your turtle pet dies, boil it so the flesh falls off. And I thought, well, I'll do that. But that probably worked for a live or recently dead turtle. But this one was far dead. It was just the shell pretty much. And I started scrubbing it, and it fell all apart. And I was pretty upset about that.
Oh, my bad. Hey, JP, do you see Dominic's feet just completely pink?
Oh, what the freaking crap?
No, I was mesmerized for a minute. I kept hearing.
You thought you were seeing what you're feeling down there, huh?
Yeah.
Man, it's time to wrap it up. So I think that's a perfect cue right there for those YouTube viewers. But
yeah, Dom, dude, I want to thank you for coming on to the show, man, and thank you for giving insight into who, like, the man behind the chickens, the man behind your creative background on it. It's a lot of insight there, right?
Yeah, it's all fun, very much.
Yeah, maybe we'll tap you on the shoulder, see how you can contribute to the rebar stuff, man. You definitely have a screenwriting background, you have a video background, so we might just tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, will you work for Shitty Cigars?
I mean, you guys want to do a short film with cigars, let me know.
Yes, dude, that would be hard. Yes, I think we're on to something, a Rebar Analogies collab.
Filmed on the iPhone.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, over iPhone. Yeah, we'll see. I have to go watch your interviews, see how good they are first, and then we'll call you. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Quick thing before we head out. My reviews. I wear in college. I was a short shorts ambassador, Chubby's shorts. If you ever heard of them, it's kind of like a throwback to the '80s when your macho men wore short shorts and it wasn't gay or anything. It was like, look at my muscles and hair. I'm a man. But I wore those one day of IPCPR and like a neon pink and blue shirt when I interviewed Steve Saka. But my cameraman, freaking piece of crap, didn't tell me. I'm like sitting back, and it's like total like crotch shot the entire time. So I always.
So, ladies listening, you want to find that video interview, the Steve Saka interview. That's the crotch. That's
and I want to go on a limb here, and I want to say, yeah, ladies, he still has that outfit, and that could be first date attire.
But you gotta send that screenshots to JP first. He's got to review them, make sure they're
yeah. I mean, I'll throw some cool stuff in the background. I'll watermark it or something.
Hey, you guys, you're I don't know if it's lagging. You're cutting out. You sound like Transformers right now.
Yeah, man, it's a good time. I think whatever's happening, but tech is tech. So we appreciate it, man. Until next time, for sure. We'll have maybe follow up once we become even more legit. So appreciate you coming on through the show, as always. Anyone listening or anyone watching, We definitely do appreciate it. Shout out from Canada, shout out from California, shout out from Texas. This is a live curve that we call the one and only rebar. In the next show, we'll explain where the rebar came from and how it became to be, because that was brought up to me earlier today. It was like, what does rebar have to do with a cigar show? Well, it has a lot to do with it, but you just got to know a little bit of the history of it. So, right, we'll definitely get into that, Justin, if that's okay. So, shout out to Never Stronger Company, my buddy from KT from Houston. Follow on Instagram as well. Well, I'm repping their hat today, so shoot them out, shout them out for, and hit them up for any kind of swag that you might need if you're into the whole fit thing. Anyone else you want to shout out to?
Me personally, just
oh no, sorry, go Dom.
No, same Dave again. Happy birthday, Cigar Noise. He kind of gave me that pull I need to keep going for my reviews. Appreciate
Happy birthday! Tell Dave to follow me on Instagram. I just followed him. I hadn't seen his page before, so
will do.
All right, you guys take care until the next time.
Yeah, man. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, man.